Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. In this video we're going to talk about what plateaus are in terms of the fitness industry, what are the leading causes of plateaus that occur within the fitness industry, and how can we prevent plateaus coming over time as a natural. And with that being said, let's get started. So what do we mean by plateaus? Plateaus are periods where a gym goers, they train hard, they eat well, they sleep well, and generally live a good lifestyle. And over a period of time, for example 3 to 4 months, their numbers are not really going up, and they're constantly going through this cycle where they're training hard but they're not really gaining muscle and or any strength. And this can be very frustrating for a lot of natural lifters as well. However, this doesn't really occur with those who use steroids, because they're constantly progressing and they're fast tracking their way through making more progress within their gym journey. And plateaus, they occur quite a lot with experienced lifters because they maxed out their beginner gains, and their muscles have adapted a lot to the strain that the muscles go through. So the muscles don't really get any reason to grow. And let's say, for example, in a plateau, someone is doing bicep curls for 3 sets of 10 reps for 10 kilograms. If a gym goer keeps doing that kind of weight for that kind of sets and kind of reps, they won't progressively overload, as the body will be adapted to that stress of bicep curls, 10 kilogram bicep curls with 3 sets of 10 reps, and this will not give any reason to grow, and you will not get stronger if you keep doing that. And stay tuned if you want to know how this is caused and how you can combat this in the future. If you have not made any gym progress over the past few months, or if you have plateaued over the past few months or even years, ask yourself this question: have you been tracking your workouts recently? Or do you know what exercises you're doing and as well as sets and reps? Are you changing your style of workouts every 4 to 6 weeks? If the answer is no, then this gives you the reason as to why you've plateaued and why you're not making any gym progress. It's really important to track your workouts to ensure what weights you're doing, what exercises you're doing, and the sets and reps you're doing for each exercise, as then you can track your progress and measure how much you've improved in gym and in life as well. As once you start tracking your weights, you can be able to evaluate your workouts and see what has gone well within your workouts and what are the areas of improvement that you need to do. And my advice would be is that as you go to the gym, take a logbook with you or note down the exercises you're doing and the reps, and this will keep you more organized, and this will then keep you accountable for all the work that you're doing in the gym. And then you'll be more motivated to train, and then therefore you'll be able to gain more muscle as a result of tracking your workouts and progress and measuring how much progress you've made, and this will then help you to progressively overload within your workouts. Another advice that I would give is that if you're just doing isolation exercises during your workouts, then this will also lead you to plateau, as you're just doing the same movements over and over again. For example, tricep extensions, bicep curls, lateral raises, and all these exercises are fantastic, but these are not the only exercises you should be doing. So what I would say is that incorporate compound movements such as squats, deadlifts, and bench presses, and you can also do pull-ups, shoulder press, and so many more compound movements that will challenge you more and put your body in more stress, which will then cause your body to gain more muscle, as your body will not be used to all that stress that it's putting it into. And another thing is that if you keep doing the same amount of sets and reps for each exercise, then this will then lead to plateaus, as your body will be so used to you doing these sets and reps constantly. For example, 6 to 8 reps. If you keep doing that for the same weight over time, you will not gain muscle and you will hit nasty plateaus, and that's not what we want. So what I would say is that, let's say for squats, benches, and deadlifts, do high intensity but low reps, and then for other exercises you do you could do high reps, less intensity, and what this will do is that this will give your body more stimulus and more challenges, and this will then help you make progress and build muscle even easier. So make sure you vary your sets and reps, and don't do everything constant, and ch- always change your training style constantly to be able so that your body can get new stimulus every time, and this will help you make progress much easier. If you are progressively overloading and changing your routine and trying to give your muscles a different stimulus every time, but you're still hitting a plateau and not making gains, then you might have to think about what you're putting into your body and your nutrition, as nutrition plays a crucial role in your gym progress and your lifestyle overall. So let's say you're not eating enough protein, enough healthy fats, then your body won't get enough energy to consistently grind and put your muscle and put through a new stimulus, and this will then limit what you can do in the gym, and you won't feel as energetic as before, and therefore you won't make as much gains because of your poor nutrition and the wrong fuel you put into your body. So what I would say is that consume the best quality foods possible, have high protein, high carbs, high fats to gain the most energy, and be able to work as hard as possible and gain more muscle mass. And also with supplements, and I've mentioned that in the previous video, make sure you're using good supplements such as creatine monohydrate to be able to aid your workouts even more, and put your muscles through give your muscles more reason to gain more energy and put through a higher stimulus, and be able to consistently progressively overload and build more muscle and as well as strength. And don't put bad fuel in your body, as this will give you low energy and you get tired really easily, and your muscles won't get that work it needs to be able to grow and develop. Have you ever wondered, you're training hard, you're consistently changing your workouts over time, you're trying to progressively overload, you're eating a very nutritious diet in a calorie surplus to gain muscle, but yet you're still in a plateau? Then it can be frustrating in that scenario, but you've got to look into your rest and recovery. You should be giving your body at least 1 to 4 days of adequate rest, no heavy training to be able to give your muscles the time and adaptation to be able to build and gain and leverage muscle. Because when you're working out, you're not really building muscle, as you're breaking down the muscle, and you may get a fantastic pump, which is great, but this is just a temporary gain in hypertrophy, as you've put a lot of blood flows into your muscles, so it makes it look bigger, but within an hour it will just go away and it will just go back to square one. So, and muscle is usually built outside the gym and outside training, as your body needs to gain the best fuel possible and the best rest possible to be able to repair itself from the consistent labor it goes through, and then it will grow to be much stronger. And it's saying that diamonds are put into much pressure, and that is why and after that pressure it becomes so precious. And that's the same with your muscles. As you put so much pressure into it and you give it time to recover, then a muscle can be much more defined, and you get better quality results if you rest and recover better. So my best tip for recovery is that keep it simple. Try ice baths if you need to. Make sure you get a good amount of sleep. I would recommend 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And once you recover well and you're training hard and you're eating well, then you will break through these plateaus with effortlessly, and you can make consistent gains from this. As you know, plateaus can be very tough physically, but it can affect you mentally, as no matter how hard you're training and no matter how well you're eating, you're still not making gains, and you're constantly in a plateau, and it can be demotivating at times. But I just wanted to let you know that once you start the gym, there's no going back. So picture this: the gym is like a journey, and you've gone so far in that journey, is like you're trying to get to a consistent destination, and you're getting closer and closer to it, but yet you're so far from it, and you're even further away to the beginning. And what you could say is that once you start going to the gym, there's no going back. And once you're going through that journey, there is no way back to the beginning. So even if you plateau, that makes it absolutely no reason for you to quit. And it's a bit cowardly if you just quit the gym, as it demonstrates a lack of resilience and determination to keep going past the plateaus. Plateaus are an inevitable part of a natural fitness journey. So once you analyze your mistakes, the mistakes that you're making when it comes to your training, your nutrition, or recovery, work on these mistakes that you're making and use those mistakes to develop yourself into a better athlete or bodybuilder, or better anything that you're doing, and make sure to strive for greatness, and don't let plateaus demotivate you from training, as motivation can be useful, but it's discipline that helps get you through those plateaus and helps you make the best progress that you can. So my advice would be that don't get discouraged if you hit a plateau. It's inevitable, it happens to everyone, and make sure to analyze what's going wrong and use those as fuel and motivation to strive for the best. As a natural gym goer who's been training for almost a year, I have definitely experienced plateaus. For the first 6-7 months, I've been seeing consistent gym progress, as I have been training a lot beforehand, but it was very on and off. But ever since June last year, I've been consistently hitting the gym, and I've been making consistent progress from June to January, which is around 7 months. And this is because your body is not used to this high training stimulus, so you'll gain muscle much quicker. And this is called beginner gains or newbie gains. And this is a period where you gain muscle much more easily, as your muscles aren't used to that kind of stress. But as your body adapts, it will stop growing and you won't gain as much progress. And that, for me, that's happened between February and May. That was like the toughest part of my gym journey, as I've plateaued, and I never really knew what was going wrong with my journey. And this has been very demotivating at times, but I always knew that once you start, you can never go back. So I kept pushing and pushing through, and I've been making gym progress again, and it's something that I'm really proud of, and I'll continue to strive for greatness in my gym journey and on every single aspect of my life. In summary, if you ever hit a plateau in your gym journey, then ask yourself this: am I training properly? Am I tracking my workouts? Am I progressively overloading? Or is my nutrition off? Or any other factors such as rest and recovery? Then use that mental strategies to be able to get through those plateaus and develop yourself to being the best person that you can be. And this concludes today's video. If you're enjoying my content, make sure to like, share and subscribe. I will be uploading a video of my personal gym progress, so stay tuned for that. I really appreciate, and be sure to share this video. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.